Hello everybody, it's Tanner Fishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a quick look at all three of the new Ninjago spinner sets introduced for the Ninjago series in March of 2022. These things all retail for about $9.99 USD, or 10 bucks if you want to round up by the penny, and this is LEGO's most recent attempt at, I guess, remaking the original Ninjago spinners and trying to recapture that nostalgia and that love that a lot of us have for the original 2011 Ninjago spinners. And like several of the other attempts to remake the older Ninjago spinners, these guys kind of fall flat and come off as extremely forgettable and underwhelming. However, they do have some strangely redeeming qualities in my opinion, and in today's video, I want to go through all three of these sets in order to give my personal thoughts on them and to discuss how they might stack up with a couple of other previous incarnations of the Ninjago spinners. From left to right, we have set number 70688, Kai's Spinjitzu Ninja Training, set number 70689, Lloyd's Spinjitzu Ninja Training, and finally set number 70690, Jay's Spinjitzu Ninja Training. Why don't we begin today's video by taking a quick look at the boxes, and then we'll jump into the spinners themselves. So the boxes this go around are actually pretty sweet. I like the box design that these things have. Again, we're just going to be going through all three of these things at once here, but the boxes I really enjoy. They're simple, they're straightforward, they're to the point. I love how on the front of the boxes you have an image of the respective ninja of this set, along with Master Wu, and overall I love the box design. I love the temple aesthetic that each box has. Kind of reminds me of the older Ninjago spinners, or at least the prototypes of those spinners, which used a similar box design. I almost wonder if the LEGO designers went back and took inspiration from those older designs for the packaging for the original spinners, because these boxes are fantastic. However, boxes can only get you so far, and let's move on to the minifigures. For Kai, this is what the minifigure looks like, and in a lot of ways I really enjoy how this figure actually looks. I love the colors as well, very similar to his Ninjago core incarnation, but more fired up. I really like this style of NRG ninja. This might be my favorite, I guess, NRG design that we've seen for a long time. I love the use of the Forbidden Spinjitzu ninja hood, or whatever you want to call it there, and the printing, while not super reflective by any means, is still really good. I like it a lot. Kai also holds two shurikens as his weapons, and obviously here's a quick look at the face underneath. Each one is made out of a transparent or translucent plastic, whatever you want to say there, and Kai's face is pretty appropriate considering his character. Overall, this Kai figure isn't too bad actually. I like it a lot. Like I said, these guys are much better looking in my opinion than some of the other NRG style ninja that we've seen before in other spinner sets. Here we have a look at Lloyd's figure. I actually really enjoy Lloyd's figure a lot. I like the colors as well. Very similar to Kai's in terms of, I guess, capturing the right colors for the character. Also like Kai, Lloyd holds two golden shurikens, and his figure overall isn't too shabby. Here's the head underneath, once again made out of a transparent or translucent plastic. Obviously Lloyd's head is done up in green, and I think for the most part this figure looks fantastic. Once again, a pretty good figure overall. And finally here we have Jay. This might be the most famous of all three of these figures just because Jay's minifigure was shown off months in advance, if you guys remember that fiasco. But overall, I like Jay's figure a lot. The colors, again, really good choices on the colors. Reminds me of Ninjago core. Maybe could have used a little bit more of that banana yellow color, but that's neither here nor there. I also enjoy how Jay holds his shurikens like the others, and I love how big and prominent the symbol is on the front of his chest. Here's the head underneath that Forbidden Spinjitzu hood piece, and this thing is kind of cool, but to me it doesn't really look like Jay. I can't really see Jay in this face all that much, but it's still cool nonetheless. I still like this figure, and overall all three of these figures I actually find to be super great. These might be the best aspects, to me at least, of these sets. So the spinners themselves actually come packaged in a few different pieces, and you need to assemble the thing obviously because it is LEGO. LEGO usually makes you assemble the product before you can actually, use it, and for these spinners they're pretty easy to make. So just using this one as an example here, you take the actual tornado base of the thing, which is actually quite nice. Each one has their own unique color to it. I like that a lot too, and you can put the figure inside. It fits in there really securely, really snugly. Kind of takes a little bit to get in there, but overall it's not too bad. Then you take the glass, or not glass, but clear plastic capsule thing, the cover, and you just kind of slide it over the actual spinner. There's only one way that it goes in, and you also have to turn it to lock it in order to secure the figure inside, but that's pretty easy to do as well. Then you're going to take the handle. All of the spinners use the exact same handle. Depending on which one you get though, you might have a different color, and the handle will just kind of sit on the top of the spinner. And then you need to bring in the ripcord. Each set comes with a ripcord that you plug into the spinner, and it pretty much locks it into place, and now you're ready to spin these new Spinjitzu spinners. Starting off here by taking a look at Kai's. As you can see, Kai's spinner is actually quite nice. I love the colors on the actual vortex itself. I think for the most part the vortex pieces are quite nice. Here you can see an example of me attempting to actually spin the thing. The spinners, they spin really well. I will say they are good at spinning. Unfortunately, there's not really like a game or anything that you can play with these aside from something that we'll get to in a few minutes here. But overall, the spinners themselves, they spin. They're good at spinning, and that's good enough for me. Here we have Lloyd's right here. I love the green that they use for the Spinjitzu Vortex. Always fun to see that. And like Kai's, Lloyd's also spins really well. With the help of the ripcord as well, these things will spin for a long time. So they're very durable, they spin for a long time, and they're pretty easy to assemble, all things considered. Here we have Jay's. Now Jay's Spinjitzu Vortex I like a lot as well. Probably my favorite of all three of them, to be honest. I just love the colors a lot, and like the others, Jay's can still spin. Once again, these spinners are fantastic to spin, but unfortunately for games, there's not really much that you can do with these unless you want to hold a competition to see whose can last the longest or whatever, but that's only fun for a certain amount of time. All three of these guys spinning together though, as you can see, they do have a lot of potential to battle, I guess, in some way. And again, it's only fun for a while. It's not like the original Ninjago spinners where you had cards and weapons that you could trade. These guys just spin, and that's pretty much all there is to it. However, they do include a couple of things that you can play with in the actual sets themselves that make these slightly more fun. Each spinner actually comes with different accessories. For Kai's accessories, I'm not really sure what they were going for here. It seems to be maybe some type of scenery, perhaps, something that you can knock over. I'm not really sure what these little things are down here either that you build up with only like 2 pieces. Kai's accessories might be pretty weak. However, Lloyd's accessories for his spinner I like the most, I think. I love how these bombs are built. And again, the set kind of suggests that you should try to dodge these when you're spinning. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, it gives you something to do aside from just spinning the thing, that's for sure. And the bombs are built really well. For Jay, you have this weird spinner as well. It's like a little top that you just kind of spin. Maybe it's something that Jay needs to battle in his spinner. I have no idea. Like I said, these accessories are different depending on which set you get, but none of them are really super fantastic to me. Really quick, here you have the instructions and the extra parts for each one of these sets as well. Each set does come with its own instruction booklet and its own set of spare parts, which in some cases are pretty good, but in most cases they're just random spare parts that you probably won't be using ever. So in terms of my final thoughts on these new spinners, honestly I think they're pretty cheap and affordable, so if you can buy them, I'd say go for it. I think in a weird way they're kind of worth it, especially when you consider the actual figures themselves. Again, these might be some of my favorite NRG style minifigures that we've seen from LEGO. Otherwise, the Spinjitzu Tornadoes are really well done as well in terms of how they're molded, how they're colored. However, you can tell that LEGO is trying really hard to make these the new thing. They're trying to make these a new game that people can play, and I'm aware that these spinners are not meant for an older demographic, but still, I don't think younger children would have fun with these either. There's only so much that you can do in terms of spinning it over and over again, trying to incorporate some of the accessories in the sets as well to your spinners. There's not so much that you can do with that. I feel like the older spinners were more hands-on in that regard. So with that being said, you guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to my thoughts on these new Ninjago spinners, and let me know down below in the comments what you think about these spinners as well. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Once again, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and as always, check out the links down below in the description from other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Once again, you guys, my name is Tanner Fishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.